Coach, this coming meet is in February, so it's time for another episode of At the Track. What are your thoughts so far on the team this season?
We're as good as we've been in the past, and we're as young as we were in the past. So the challenges are, the excitement still is there, and the challenges still are there. Our outstanding athletes are, again, proving themselves to be outstanding athletes and doing so consistently. Our young athletes with some talent are still learning how to train, and bit by bit start to put some marks on the board, but we have lots of work to do yet.
And you talk about your outstanding athletes, but there have also been some amazing athletes from outside the program have come to the meets here. Just, how awesome is it to have such high quality competition throughout in all the events at our home meets?
Last weekend I thought was a great example of that. It was maybe the best track meet that we've had in my time here, from top to bottom. Every heat was competitive. Every event was competitive. It's a lot of fun to come into the field house and we ran right on time. We had a nice time schedule. Some really good teams came in who brought good kids who appreciated, I think, the opportunity and competed hard, put on a show for the fans, and that's always exciting.
Now this weekend, you guys head out to Notre Dame. It's going to be a little crazy weekend here in Bloomington. ESPN College Game Day is in town. The first matchup in Assembly Hall of two top three teams. Are you happy you guys aren't going to be here in town?
I'm not going to miss it. It'd be fun to go to the game. We've been through some great games already. I'm sure my wife will enjoy taking a friend and going to the game, and I'll enjoy watching it on television on the bus, hopefully.
Yeah, Michigan ranked #1 in one poll. In the other poll, Kansas. Growing up in Kansas, were you a Kansas fan or?
I was both. I was a Kansas fan. I was a Kansas State fan. I was actually a Wichita State fan too. Dave Stallworth at Wichita State. They had some great teams. Kansas had some great teams. It was not too long after the Wilt Chamberlain years, and then I think he got by the name of Bob Bruiser maybe at Kansas State. All three of those were great college teams at the time, but being a farm kid from Kansas, probably my allegiance was Kansas State, and because that's where all the farm kids went, and that's what we're supposed to do.
It was a very good weekend for IU alums. Andrew Poore, Deshaun Turner, Ben Hubers all go under 4 in the mile here, and Kyle Butler goes overseas and takes a win for Team USA. How is it having those folks still training here in Bloomington?
Well, you're always happy when your alums do well, no matter where they're training, no matter who they're training with. They're products of the program. They represent us still. And the exciting thing for the kids still on the team is who will probably have the opportunity to continue to do something like that as well. They start to see that it can be done, it's working out. There is track and field after college for those that have a stomach for it, are good enough to do it. And so I think it's exciting for everybody, but certainly when the Hoosiers are out there doing well, it's good for all of us.
As a Minnesota Vikings fan, I have to say I'm a little happy that you were wrong in your Packers Broncos Super Bowl prediction. But now that we do have a Super Bowl, do you have a pick?
The Broncos aren't in it anymore. It just goes to show that why you don't bet on the pros, I guess. Do I have a pick? No, I don't think I do, but I probably enjoy watching the 49ers more than the Ravens, so I may root for the 49ers, but that ebbs and flows, who knows.
Then going forward, Zach Mayhew has had a great year so far, really been impressive. Got down to 4 flat in the mile, is among the top in the country in the 5K from earlier this season, and has been really impressive in the 4x8s. Is there anything going forward that he can't do?
No, what he can't do is he can't keep doing that every weekend. We've now got him back away a little bit, and he's got some time on the board. If one of those marks gets him into a national meet, great. If it doesn't, that's fine. We need now to just go back and clean things up a little bit. A lot of the work's been done. We need to start preparing for a Big Ten meet, and then hopefully a national meet, and then for a great outdoor season. But certainly, he deserves everything that's come his way. He's the guy, I think the other day, that said, if you do things, if you work hard, if you live right, good things will happen, and that's what's going on. And now his coach needs to just make sure that he pushes the right buttons as we finish this off, so he can continue to grow.
Zach runs the longer distances. The guy you had running the shorter distances this weekend is Nick Stoner, who PR'd in his first race of the season. What's his fitness like right now?
There's still holes there, but the maturation that he's experienced between last year and this year has been great, physically, emotionally, mentally. So coming out of football this year, he was far more prepared to embrace what he needed to do to be able to step onto the track and do well. He's got a little sparkle in his eye. He's loving it. That's important to us, and he's also very, very good. And we're looking forward to hopefully adding another track kid or two, a football kid or two, to our track team next year. And if we can continue to do that and find kids like Nick, then that's definitely going to help that area of our track and field team.
Now this year there's a new qualifying procedure for NCAAs. No longer is it their auto marks or provisional marks. It's all just the top 16 in individual events and then top 12s in relays. What are your thoughts on that new?
I don't care. You kind of just play by somebody else's rules and do the best you can. We've taken a philosophy here, been criticized a little bit because we would run fast, but early. But we stay home. We don't travel. Very seldom do we travel. We don't chase marks. We try to run fast marks on our home track and feel like if those marks, if we can run those marks, if they hold up, it would be pretty good for national meet. I think there's going to be a whole lot of people chasing marks, trying to get that top 16. Nobody's safe. There's no such thing as an automatic. And so people with really good marks are going to feel the need, I think, probably to go out on last chance weekend and protect themselves and try to improve it. We may do a little bit of that, but not much. We're going to put a mark on the board. We're going to sit on it. If it distance national meet, it will. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And just keep doing what we need to do. So it's not going to change what we do a whole lot. Maybe at the last minute we'll put together a distance medley because a certain group hasn't been together yet. But for the most part, if they haven't done it, then they're not going to do it. We'll just start getting ready for outdoor.
And this coming month, February, is quite a busy month for your team. What are some of the things that we have to look forward to seeing?
Well, that Hoosier Hills weekend after Mayo at Notre Dame this weekend. Come back in here at Hoosier Hills Friday night. Hopefully we'll have a distance medley ready to try to qualify as we have the last 2 years here. If Andy's ready, then it'll go. If he's not ready, we may still have one that could get in, but probably not solo. A weekend off, Big Ten meet where we'll go in and look forward to having a great competition and the chance to put some really good marks on the board. And then a last chance weekend and an NCAA meet as we get into March, and boom, it's outdoor season, and we just keep rolling along. But I'm looking forward to the next several weeks because I think some really good things are going to happen.
All right, well, thanks for talking with me, and we'll catch back up with you next month.
See you.